1:40 Saturday afternoon Eastern, the 63rd Rolex 24 at Daytona saw the green flag, and after a week of really challenging weather, it was beautiful by the beach. However, in the nighttime hours, 7.5 hours in, there was a multi-car crash, really severe, more than 6 cars, and several of them were taken out of this legendary event. With that said, so you race into the nighttime hours, things get tough, but then you see daylight. However, that doesn't make sure that you've got enough energy to keep going. You're going to grab whatever sleep and whatever rest and whatever energy boost you can to get through. And what a day, what a weekend for the Rolex 24 at Daytona, which doubles as the opening round of the 2025 IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. Yes, it all starts with the crown jewel, the Rolex 24. I mentioned it yesterday, it's like inverting an NFL season. It's like starting with the Super Bowl, with the sport's biggest event. Welcome, folks. Lee Diffie along with two guys who have won this event. Townsend Bell, Calvin Fish. Doesn't get any better than this to kick it off this way, Cal.
It doesn't, Lee. This is the ultimate motor racing stage and arena right here. We've got 61 cars in this race. Through 234 drivers here representing 31 nations. It's a star-studded field. We've got 14 ex-Formula 1 drivers in this race. The top 3 from last year's IndyCar Championship are in the field. And TB, we've got NASCAR well represented as well.
Oh, yeah, the big names are here. Let's drill down on just a few of those. Leading right now in the number 7 Porsche Penske, Felipe Nasser. A long, successful Formula 1 career, one of the fastest guys in open-wheel racing, moved to sports cars a few years ago, and now is a 3-time IMSA champion, and has also won the Rolex last year overall. And Kevin Magnussen, 185 Formula 1 starts. He just retired from Haas F1. First thing he did, show up here at Daytona, try to go after a watch. And then the other end of the age spectrum, how about young Connor Zilisch? One of the hottest names in North American racing. He'll get his Cup Race Series NASCAR debut at COTA this year with Red Bull. He won straight out of the gate at Daytona and Sebring last year. He is a bright young American star in the making and killing it right now in GTD.
IMSA proudly boasts 18 different manufacturers racing in this series across 4 different classes. Yes, there are 4 different races going on the same track at the same time. GTP and LMP2, they are the 2 prototype classes, and GTP, the hybrid-powered BMW and Porsche that you see on the screen right now, going for overall honours. And then there are the likes of your Porsches, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, etc., Corvettes in the GTD classes. There's a GTD Pro for all professional drivers, GTD for Pro and for Am, and that is the most populated class with 22 starting and seeing the green flag yesterday.
Absolutely stacked with talent. Amazing number of manufacturers, OEMs represented in this race. And look at this battle up front in GTD Pro. Led by BMW right now. The South African Kelvin van der Linde behind the wheel. Then the American Muscle. Chris Mees behind the wheel of that 65 Ford Mustang. 6th second in the frame right there. They chased by a very disgruntled Corvette squad who got roughed up by a fellow BMW just an hour ago. But they are back in the fight, Tim.
Well, American Muscle going at it there for second and third. Ford versus Chevy. Mustang versus Corvette. I know Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford Motor Company, is here in Daytona. And his Mustangs have the meat on the straightaways. They are the fastest cars in a straight line. But Cal, after 22.5 hours of racing, how clean is the front grille on that thing? Because to make horsepower, you need air. And if you're not getting all the air, you're losing a bit. And right now on the straightaway, the BMW seems to have the measure of the Mustang. So it's going to take some work for Mees to claw back that gap to van der Linde.
If you look a few cars further back, you're going to see the track house, yes, as in the NASCAR team, the track house by TF Sport Corvette. And there is the teenage sensation, Connor Zilisch, behind the wheel. He has had the time of his life the last couple of weeks in the lead up to this race because he is paired with veteran sports car racer Ben Keating, but the two New Zealanders, Scott McLaughlin of IndyCar fame and SVG Shane Van Gisbergen.
And let me tell you, if Connor Zilic is in the car with an hour and a half to go, at a minimum, it means he's one of the fastest two drivers. It's possible that he could finish this race, which means the team has decided, based on all the data, that he's the absolute quickest. We're talking about a first-time Cup race winner in SVG, and Scott McLaughlin, a top 3 IndyCar championship driver, multi-race winner. What an honor for Zilic to show his stuff on the big stage.
Just amazing. Just 18 years old, going for his second consecutive Rolex win. He won here in one of the prototype classes last year with Aero Motorsport in LMP2. Makes this move to the GTD Pro class. He's been learning the ropes over the last 22 hours or so, but right in front of him is Rexy, the green-colored Porsche there, driven by Lauren Heinrich, last year's GTD Pro champion. He is an ace from the Porsche squad.
And if you are not a regular to motorsport viewing, if you haven't heard of Connor Zilic, you will soon, outside of this race. He's a teenager. He's already been